to flag for you. I think this is absolutely fascinating stuff. This was an article by Cale Williams here in the Oregonian, our local newspaper. And Cale apparently went out and was interviewing high school students and starts telling the story of Eliza Garcia. Eliza Garcia remembers when the sky turned black in Roseburg. Roseburg is a town here in Oregon, just a little south of us, down the road from us. It was the Archie Creek fire, and you'll recall I was broadcasting live as this was going on 2 years ago. When that fire happened, we couldn't breathe. I mean, the air, everybody's lungs were on fire for a week. People were trying to buy air purifiers. People with asthma were having crises. I mean, it was insane. And Garcia says it was black outside. The sky looked like it was on fire. She's now 21. And he writes, Garcia, now 21, is one of countless youth in Oregon whose mental health has suffered as climate change has accelerated, according to a new report from the Oregon Health Authority. Extreme weather events like wildfires, droughts, and heat waves, coupled with limited progress from political leaders, has led to feelings of frustration, anxiety, despair, and hopelessness among the state's young people. This is what our governor, Kate Brown, wrote in the preface to this new report from this scientific study. She writes, quote, facing the threat and uncertainties of climate change can be daunting for all of us. For youth who see their future lives and well-being at stake, the burden and weight of climate change can seem both overwhelming and unfair. Young people see their future at stake at decision-making tables where climate change or climate action is being debated, and they are not able to represent themselves at those tables. And then they go through and note, one of the young people that was interviewed for this article said, I have noticed a lot of people in my age group having a second wave of feeling suicidal because of climate change. It peaked when I was 14 and 15, then went away for a while, but for me and my close circle, it's been something that's been coming up again and again, especially if you're raised in Oregon. This summer, they're talking about last summer. It was when it got to 116 degrees for 3 days in a row here. This summer was not okay. It was a panicky hot summer. They held focus groups for this study. Many members of the focus group expressed frustration that adults weren't doing more to tackle the problem that will have dramatic impact on younger generations. One of the young people said, they've already lived their lives, if that makes sense, but I still don't know what mine's going to look like because of this existential threat. So it's like yelling at the wall about this really scary thing and not hearing anything back. Garcia says climate anxiety may not be an official medical condition, but it's very real, and a lot of young people are feeling it. This is something we should all pay attention to, and we should be talking to our kids about.